The house is too quiet. That's the first thing I notice every morning. No alarm clocks, no hurried footsteps, no coffee maker programmed to start at 5:45. Just silence. The kind of silence that used to be peaceful. Now it just feels empty. I make coffee the old way. French press. The ritual matters. Boil water. Grind beans. Pour. Wait. 4 minutes. These are the 4 minutes where I don't think about yesterday. Where I don't think about the phone call from the principal. Where I do unthink about my daughter spending the night at a friend's house because she could unface coming home. Emma's backpack is by the door. She texted me at midnight. Said she was okay. Said she was sorry. Said she'd be home for breakfast. I told her I loved her. I didn't ask questions. Questions can wait. Right now, she just needs to know I'm here. The kitchen smells like coffee and regret. I used to make pancakes on Tuesday mornings before the divorce. Before everything fell apart. Sarah would already be gone by 7, but Emma and I had our routine. Blueberry pancakes. Too much syrup. She'd tell me about her dreams. The weird ones, the funny ones, the scary ones. I'd listen, really listen. Not the way Sarah listened, half present, phone in hand, mind already at the office. I wonder if Sarah slept last night. Probably not. She doesn't sleep much anymore. For hours, she told me once. Sometimes 3. Like destroying your body was a badge of honor. My phone sits on the counter. Dark, silent. Part of me expected her to call, to ask about Emma, to want to talk. But Sarah doesn't call anymore. She texts. Short messages, efficient, no wasted words. How is Emma? School okay? Doctor appointment confirmed. That's what our marriage became. Logistics, schedules, coordination, no emotion, no connection. Just 2 people managing a shared responsibility. The coffee is ready. I pour 2 cups, one for me, one for Emma. She'll be home soon, she promised. And unlike her mother, Emma keeps her promises. I sit at the kitchen table. The same table where we used to eat dinner together. Before Sarah's company went public. Before the board meetings multiplied. Before success swallowed everything else. This table used to be full. Laughter, conversation, life. Now it's just me. Drinking coffee, waiting. My phone buzzes. Emma, 5 minutes away. Love you, Dad. I exhale. She's okay. She's coming home. That's all that matters right now. But underneath the relief, there's anger. Hot, sharp, directed at the one person who should have prevented this. The one person who was too busy building an empire to notice her daughter was falling apart. Sarah texted me at 3 in the morning. Is she okay? Can I see her? Please Let me know she's safe. Too little, too late. That's what I wanted to say, but I just wrote back, she's safe. She'll be home in the morning. Sarah replied immediately. Thank you. I'm so sorry, David. I'm so sorry. Sorry. That word has lost all meaning. She's been sorry for 5 years. Sorry for missing dinner. Sorry for canceling plans. Sorry for choosing work over family. Sorry for everything except the one thing that actually matters, changing. The front door opens. Emma walks in, 16 years old. My daughter. She looks exhausted. Dark circles under her eyes. Hair pulled back, wearing yesterday's clothes. But she's here. She's safe. That's enough. Hey, Dad, she says quietly. Hey, baby. I stand up, open my arms. She walks into them. And for a moment, she's 7 years old. Again. Small, fragile, needing her father to make everything okay. We stand there, holding each other, not speaking. Because some things don't need words. I made coffee, I finally say. She pulls back, smiles weakly. You always make coffee. It's kind of my thing. We sit at the table. She wraps her hands around the mug, stares into it like it holds answers. I'm not mad, I tell her. I'm not going to yell. I just want to understand. She nods, doesn't look up. I texted Mom yesterday, asked if we could talk. She said she was in a meeting, said she'd call later. She never called. My jaw tightens. She was working. She's always working. Dad, always. And I couldn't anymore. I couldn't keep pretending like it doesn't hurt. Like I don't care that she chooses everything else over me. She loves you, Emma. Does she? Emma looks up, eyes red, voice breaking, because it doesn't feel like it. It feels like she loves her company, her success, her reputation, and I'm just something she manages, like a meeting. Something to deal with when she has time. I want to defend Sarah, want to explain that she's trying, that building a company is hard, that she's under pressure, but the words die in my throat, because Emma's right, and we both know it. I wanted to spend the weekend with her. Emma continues. That's what I was going to ask. If I could come stay at her place, just 2 days, just me and her. No phones, no work, just us, like it used to be. What stopped you? She did. She said it could wait. And I realized, I'm always waiting. Waiting for her to have time. Waiting for her to care enough. Waiting for her to choose me. Just once, just one time, the anger returns. Stronger now. Because my daughter shouldn't have to wait for her mother's love. She shouldn't have to schedule time to be important. So I went to Jessica's, Emma says. And I turned off my phone, and I just ... I needed to not exist for a while. To not be the daughter of Sarah Kim, CEO. To not be the responsibility she manages between meetings. To just be ... nothing. My heart breaks. Actually breaks. Because I failed her too. I left Sarah. Took Emma with me. Thought I was protecting her. But maybe I just made it worse. Maybe by leaving, I made Emma feel like she had to choose. Like she lost both parents instead of just one. You didn't do anything wrong, I tell her. You hear me? This isn't your fault. Emma shakes her head. It feels like my fault. Like if I was more interesting, or more successful, or more something, she'd want to spend time with me. Stop. Don't do that. Don't take responsibility for her choices. But what if I'm not enough, Dad? What if I'm just not worth her time? I reach across the table, take her hand. You are everything. You hear me? Everything. And if your mother can't see that, then she's the one who's broken, not you. Emma squeezes my hand. Tears fall. Silent tears. The worst kind. Because they're not angry tears or frustrated tears. They're resignation tears. Acceptance tears. The tears of someone who stopped expecting things to change. We sit like that for a while, father and daughter, holding on to each other, because that's all we have left. Eventually, Emma goes upstairs to shower, to sleep, to hide from the world for a few hours. I clean up the coffee cups, rinse them, put them in the dishwasher. These small tasks, these meaningless routines, they're what keep me sane. I think about Sunday mornings, real Sunday mornings. Before everything changed, Sarah would sleep in until 8. Unheard of for her now. But back then, she could still rest, still turn off, still be human. Emma would climb into our bed around 7. She'd wedge herself between us, her small body warm and safe. Sarah would wrap one arm around her. I'd wrap the other, and we'd just lie there. No talking, no planning, just being. Around 8:30, we'd get up. Sarah would make coffee. I'd start the pancakes. Emma would set the table. She'd fold the napkins into weird shapes, swans, boats, flowers. She was so proud of those napkins. We'd eat together, all 3 of us. No phones on the table, no laptops open nearby, no work intruding. Just breakfast, just family, just normal, beautiful, ordinary life. After breakfast, we'd go to the park, or the museum, or nowhere. Sometimes we'd just stay home, read books, watch movies, do nothing, and it was perfect. It was everything. When did that stop? I try to remember. Try to pinpoint the exact moment. It was gradual. That's the thing about losing something. It doesn't happen all at once. It's not dramatic. It's just ... erosion. Slow, steady, invisible until it's too late. First, Sarah started bringing her laptop to breakfast. Just to check emails, she said. Just 5 minutes. But 5 minutes became 15, became 30, became the entire meal with her eyes on a screen instead of on us. Then she started skipping breakfast altogether. Too much work, too many deadlines. She'd grab coffee and a protein bar and disappear into her home office. Emma would look at her empty chair. I'd make excuses. Mom's really busy this week, sweetheart. She'll have more time next week. But next week never came. Then the Sunday outings stopped. Sarah had calls, meetings, emergency situations that couldn't wait. I'd take Emma alone. We'd have fun. We'd make the best of it. But Emma would ask where Mom was. Why Mom couldn't come. When Mom would be done working. I didn't have good answers. Just more excuses. The company was growing. That's what Sarah said. This was a critical phase. Just a few more months. Just until the next funding round. Just until the product launch. Just until the IPO. There was always a just until. Always one more milestone. One more goal. One more achievement that would finally be enough. Except nothing was ever enough. The company hit 10 million in revenue, then 50, then 100, then 1 billion. And Sarah didn't slow down, didn't celebrate, didn't pause to breathe. She just kept running. Faster, harder, like she was being chased by something none of us could see. I tried to talk to her multiple times, told her she was missing Emma's childhood, missing our marriage, missing life. She'd nod, say I was right, promise to do better. And for a week, maybe 2, she'd try. She'd come home for dinner, turn off her phone, be present. But then something would happen. A crisis at work. A competitor making moves. An investor getting nervous. And she'd slip back into it. The obsession. The addiction. Because that's what it was. An addiction to achievement. To success. To being important. I remember one conversation. 3 years ago, maybe 4, we were lying in bed. Rare moment. She was actually there. Actually still. Not on her phone. Not thinking about work. Just existing beside me. Do you ever regret it? I asked. Regret what? Starting the company. Building all this. Do you ever wish we'd just stayed small? Stayed simple? She was quiet for a long time. Then, every day, I turned to her, surprised. Really? Every single day, she said. I look at what I've built and I'm proud. But I look at what I've lost and I'm devastated. I don't know how to stop, David. I don't know how to be anything other than this. You could try. Could I? What happens if I step back, if I take my foot off the gas. The company suffers. People lose their jobs. Investors lose money. Patients don't get treatments. And I don't know how to handle it except by working harder. What about us? What about Emma? You're everything to me, both of you. You're the reason I do this. No, I said. We used to be the reason. Now we're the excuse. But you're not sacrificing for us, Sarah. You're sacrificing us. She started crying. Quiet tears, ashamed tears. I don't know how to fix it. Start by being here. Really here. Not just physically present, but mentally, emotionally here. Emma doesn't need a successful mother. She needs a present mother. I'll try, she whispered. I promise I'll try. But she didn't try. Or maybe she did, and it wasn't enough. Either way, nothing changed. The late nights continued. The missed dinners continued. The broken promises continued. And slowly, inevitably, we fell apart. I think about that conversation now. Standing in my kitchen, alone, and I realize Sarah was telling the truth. She didn't know how to stop. The machine she built required constant feeding, and she was both the architect and the fuel. But here's what I couldn't say then, what I can barely admit now. I let it happen. I enabled every choice she made. Every missed dinner I covered for her. Every broken promise I made excuses. Every time Emma asked where Mommy was, I said, "She's doing important work, sweetie. She'll be home soon." I thought I was being supportive. Thought I was being a good husband. Protecting the marriage. Protecting Sarah's dreams. But I wasn't protecting anything. I was just participating in the slow destruction of our family. And maybe, in some ways, I'm just as responsible as she is. My phone buzzes. "Sarah, can I come see Emma?" I know she doesn't want to talk to me, but I need to see her. Please. I stare at the message. Part of me wants to say no, wants to protect Emma from more disappointment, more hurt, more waiting for a mother who might never show up emotionally even when she's physically present. But Emma deserves to make that choice, not me. I walk upstairs, knock on Emma's door. "Em, your mom wants to come by to see you, to talk." "What do you want me to tell her?" Silence, long silence. "Then tell her I need time. Tell her I'm not ready." I text Sarah back. She needs time. "I'm sorry." 3 dots. Appear. Disappear. Appear again. Finally, I understand. Tell her I love her. Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I'm going to do better. Words. Just words. That's all Sarah has left. Words without action. Promises without follow-through. Love without presence. I don't respond. What would I say? that I've heard it all before. That Emma has heard it all before. That words stopped meaning anything years ago. Emma stays in her room for the rest of the morning. I hear music playing softly, the sad kind. The kind teenagers play when they're processing pain they don't have words for yet. I want to go up there, hold her, tell her everything will be okay. But sometimes the kindest thing a parent can do is give space. I make lunch, grilled cheese and tomato soup, her favorite, comfort food. The kind of meal that says, I'm here without demanding conversation. I leave it outside her door. Knock twice, walk away. 10 minutes later, the plate is gone. The afternoon stretches long and empty. I try to work. I'm a graphic designer, freelance, work from home. It gives me flexibility, lets me be here for Emma. It's not glamorous, not world-changing, not worth $3 billion, but it's enough. It pays the bills. It gives me time. Time Sarah never had. But I can't focus today. Unthink about client projects and design revisions when my daughter is upstairs, nursing wounds her mother inflicted. So I close my laptop, pour another coffee, and I do something I haven't done in months. I open the photo albums. We have dozens of them. Old-fashioned, physical albums. Sarah hated them. Said they took up too much space. Said everything should be digital. Backed up, cloud-stored. But I insisted. Some things need to be tangible, need to be held, need to exist in the physical world. The first album is our wedding, 15 years ago. We look so young, so hopeful, so completely unaware of what was coming. There's Sarah in her dress, simple, elegant. She didn't want anything elaborate. I just want to be your wife, David. Everything else is noise. There I am, in my suit, nervous smile, hand shaking slightly as I hold her hand. We're standing under an oak tree in her parents' backyard. 50 people, small ceremony, perfect ceremony. Her vows, God, her vows. I remember every word. David, you make me want to be still. In a world that demands I keep moving, you make me want to stop, to breathe, to be present. You see me, not what I can achieve, not what I can build, just me. And that's the greatest gift anyone has ever given me. I believed her, believed that I could be enough, that love could be enough, that we could build a life based on presence instead of achievement. For a while, it was true. For a while, she kept those vows. I turned the page, honeymoon photos. Just us, hiking, swimming, lying on beaches, making love, talking about our future, about the family we'd build, the life we'd create, the home we'd make. I want 3 kids, she said, one night. We were lying in a hammock. Stars above us. Ocean sounds in the distance. 3 kids. A dog. A house with a yard. Sunday dinners. I want normal, David. I want boring. I want a life that doesn't require press releases. What about your company? I asked. She'd just started it. 2 employees. Working out of a small office in Brooklyn. It's just a job, she said. A good job. It's an important job. But it's not my life. You're my life. Our future family is my life. The company is just how I pay for it. Just a job. I wonder when that changed. When it stopped being a means to an end and became the end itself. Next album, Emma's birth. Sarah pregnant, glowing, nervous, excited. She was terrified of being a mother. Terrified of failing. Of not being enough. I held her hand through every contraction, every push, every moment of pain. And then Emma arrived. 6 pounds, 8 ounces, perfect, screaming, alive. Sarah held her and cried. Not sad tears, overwhelmed tears. She's ours. For the first 6 months, Sarah was obsessed. Not with work, with Emma. She'd stare at her for hours. Count her fingers, her toes. Watch her sleep. Study her face like she was memorizing something precious that might disappear. She took 4 months of maternity leave. Unprecedented for her. Her business partner, Marcus, practically begged her to come back earlier. Important meeting, critical deals. Can't happen without you. But Sarah said no. Said Emma was more important. Said work could wait. Said she'd never get these months back. And she was right. She never got them back. But not because she treasured them. Because she wasted everything that came after. I flipped through the pages. Emma's first smile. First tooth. First steps. Sarah is in most of these photos. Present. Engaged. Happy. She looks different. Softer. Less driven. More human. There's one photo I linger on. Emma is maybe 18 months old. We're at the park. Emma is on Sarah's shoulders. Sarah's hands hold Emma's feet. Both of them are laughing. Sarah's face is tilted up toward Emma, like nothing else in the world exists. Like Emma is the sun, and Sarah is orbiting around her. When did that stop? When did Sarah's orbit shift? When did the company become the sun, and Emma become just another satellite? Next album, Emma's preschool years. Here the change becomes visible. Sarah appears less frequently in the photos. Not because she wasn't there, but because she was there without being there. Phone in hand, laptop nearby, mind elsewhere. There's a photo from Emma's 4th birthday party. Emma is blowing out candles. 10 kids around the table, balloons, cake, chaos, I'm standing next to Emma, smiling, clapping, and Sarah is in the background on her phone. Not looking, not present, not participating in her daughter's joy. I remember that moment. I was angry, hurt, disappointed. After everyone left, I confronted her. "You missed it," I said. "Missed what?" Her wish. She blew out the candles and made a wish. "And you were on your phone. You weren't even watching." Sarah looked stricken. "I was just checking one email. Just one." "It's never just one email, Sarah. It's never just one call. It's never just one meeting. It's always one more thing. And meanwhile, our daughter is growing up without you. That's not fair. I was there. I planned the party. I bought the cake. I invited everyone. You planned logistics. But you weren't present, and Emma knows the difference. Kids always know the difference." Sarah started crying. "I'm trying, David. I'm really trying. But the company, we're at a critical point. 6 more months, maybe a year, then things will calm down. Then I'll have more time." 6 months became a year, became 2 years, became forever. I flip forward. Emma's elementary school years. School plays, soccer games, piano recitals, art shows. I'm in every photo. Sarah is in maybe half. And in the photos where she appears, she looks distracted, checking her watch, checking her phone, already planning her exit. There's a particularly painful one. Emma's 2nd grade play. She was a flower, a sunflower, specifically. She had 4 lines. She practiced for weeks, made me listen to her rehearse every night. She was so excited. Sarah promised she'd be there. Promised. Emma made her pinky swear. "You'll come, right, Mommy? You'll watch me. I'll be there, baby. I promise." But she wasn't. She texted me 20 minutes before the play started. "Emergency board meeting. Can't get out of it. Record it for me." I had to tell Emma. Watched her face crumble. Watched her try to be brave. "It's okay, Daddy. Mommy has important work." Even at 7 years old, Emma was making excuses for her mother. The play was beautiful. Emma was perfect. She said her 4 lines clearly, smiled at the audience, took her bow. Afterward, she ran to me, not smiling, not excited, just ... resigned. "Did you record it?" she asked. "Every second. Will Mommy watch it?" Of course she will, but Sarah never watched it. I sent her the video. She texted back, "She's amazing, so proud." But I knew she hadn't watched. The video was 12 minutes long. She responded in 3. "You couldn't watch something you claim to be proud of in a quarter of the time it takes to experience it." Emma never asked if her mom watched it. She already knew. I closed that album. Open another. Emma's middle school years. The photos become sparser. Not because I stopped taking them, but because there were fewer moments worth capturing. Fewer moments of joy. Fewer moments of family. Just a girl growing up. A father trying his best. And a mother who existed mostly as an absence. There's one photo that stops me cold. Emma's 13th birthday. We're at a restaurant. Just the three of us. Rare. So rare. Sarah actually came. Actually sat down. Actually ordered food. But in the photo, Emma and I are looking at the camera, smiling, trying, and Sarah is looking at her phone. Under the table, trying to hide it. But the photographer, the waiter, who took the picture, caught it. Caught Sarah choosing work over presents. Even on her daughter's birthday. I remember that night, the drive home. Emma was quiet, not upset, not angry. Just ... empty. Like she'd finally accepted that this was how things were, how they would always be. "Dad," she said. "Yeah, baby. Why doesn't Mom like spending time with us?" The question destroyed me. She does like spending time with us. She's just really busy. But if she liked it, wouldn't she do it more? You like spending time with me. How do you explain adult complexities to a 13-year-old? How do you explain addiction to achievement? Fear of irrelevance. The crushing pressure of expectation. You can't. So I just said, your mom loves you more than anything. She's struggling right now with balance, with priorities. But it's not about you. It's never about you. It feels like it's about me. It feels like I'm not interesting enough. Or important enough. Or enough. You are enough, Emma. You are more than enough. Don't ever think otherwise. But words only go so far, especially when actions say something different. That was the year I started thinking about divorce. Not seriously, not actively, just the thought would appear, usually late at night, when Sarah was still at the office, when Emma was asleep, when I was alone with my thoughts and my disappointments. What if we separated? Would it be better? Worse? Would Emma be happier with one present parent than two fractured ones? I'd push the thoughts away, tell myself it was a phase. Sarah would figure it out. She'd wake up. She'd see what she was losing. She'd change. But she didn't change. She accelerated. The company went public. Stock price soared. Not just successful, famous. Magazine covers, interviews, speaking engagements. She was everywhere, except home. I tried to be happy for her, tried to celebrate her success. But how do you celebrate something that's actively destroying your family? The final straw came on Emma's 14th birthday. Different from the 13th. Worse. So much worse. We'd planned a party. Small. Just family and a few close friends. Sarah promised she'd be there. Not just promised, swore. I will be there, David. I won't miss this. I know I've been absent. I know I've messed up. But I will be there. The party was at 4. At 3:30, Sarah texted, running late. Start without me. Be there in 30. At 4:30, traffic is terrible. 30 more minutes. At 5:30, I'm so sorry. Emergency at work. Can't get away. I'll make it up to her. I promise. Emma didn't cry. That's what broke me. She didn't cry. She didn't even look surprised. She just nodded, said, okay, went back to her guests, smiled, laughed, played the part of the happy birthday girl. But I saw through it, saw the resignation, the acceptance of disappointment, the death of expectation. After everyone left, Emma went to her room. I cleaned up, threw away paper plates, boxed up leftover cake, felt the weight of failure crushing my chest. Sarah came home at 11, brought a gift, expensive, impersonal, something her assistant probably bought. Is she awake? Sarah asked. No, she went to bed hours ago. I'll give it to her in the morning. You won't. You'll be gone before she wakes up. Sarah flinched. That's not fair. Fair. You want to talk about fair? You missed your daughter's 14th birthday. You promised her. You swore to her. And you chose work. Again, it was an emergency, David. A real emergency. A deal we've been working on for 6 months was falling apart. If I hadn't been there, if you hadn't been there, someone else would have handled it. You're the CEO. You're supposed to delegate. You're supposed to have systems in place. You're supposed to have a life outside that building. You don't understand the pressure, the responsibility. I understand that you have a daughter who needs you. A daughter who's given up on expecting anything from you. A daughter who doesn't even cry anymore when you let her down because she is so used to it. Sarah sat down, put her head in her hands. What do you want me to do? I want you to choose us. Just once, I want you to put your family first. I want you to remember why you started that company in the first place. You said it was just a job. You said we were your life. When did that change? I don't know how to fix it. Figure it out. Because we can't keep doing this. And neither can I. That conversation happened 2 years ago. Nothing changed. Sarah kept promising, kept failing, kept choosing work over everything else. 6 months later, I asked for a divorce. Sarah didn't fight it, didn't argue, didn't try to change my mind. She just looked at me with empty eyes and said, "Okay, if that's what you want, it's not what I want. It's what's necessary for Emma, for me, for you, whether you realize it or not." We divided everything. The house went to me. Emma stayed with me. Sarah got weekends, except she rarely took them. Too much work, too many obligations, too many excuses. Emma stopped asking to see her, stopped expecting visits, stopped hoping for phone calls. She built a life that didn't include her mother, because her mother had already built a life that didn't include her. I closed the albums, stacked them carefully. These memories, these ghosts, these moments frozen in time, showing the slow erosion of a family. My coffee is cold. I don't remember making it. Don't remember drinking half of it. Time does that when you're lost in the past. It slips away while you're not paying attention. The house is still quiet. Emma still upstairs, still processing, still hurting. And I'm down here, surrounded by evidence of how we got here, of how I let this happen, because that's the truth I keep avoiding. The truth I can barely admit to myself. I let this happen, not alone. Sarah made her choices. Sarah chose work over family. Sarah broke her promises. But I enabled every single one of those choices. I was complicit in the destruction of our family. And maybe, in some ways, I'm just as guilty as she is. I think about all the times I covered for her, all the lies I told Emma, all the excuses I made. Mommy's doing important work, sweetheart. Mommy really wanted to be here, but something came up. Mommy loves you so much. She's just really busy right now. Every time I said those things, I gave Sarah permission to keep failing, permission to keep choosing wrong, permission to believe that her absence was acceptable as long as someone else was there to soften the blow. I thought I was protecting Emma, protecting her from disappointment, from hurt, from the harsh truth that her mother was choosing work over her. Make it worse. Let it fester. And I thought I was supporting Sarah, being a good husband, understanding the pressure she was under, the responsibility, the weight of building something important. But support isn't the same as enabling. And understanding isn't the same as acceptance. I should have drawn harder lines. Should have said, "No, Sarah. This isn't okay. You're missing too much. You're hurting our daughter. You need to choose right now. Us or the company." But I didn't, because I was afraid. Afraid she'd choose the company. Afraid of the fight. Afraid of the divorce. Afraid of being the bad guy who demanded she give up her dreams. So I said nothing, did nothing. Just kept making excuses and hoping things would change on their own. they didn't change. And now Emma is upstairs, broken by a mother who doesn't know how to be present. And I'm down here, finally admitting that I helped create this situation. My phone buzzes. Sarah again. Please, David, I need to talk to Emma. I need to make this right. I stare at the message, feel the old familiar anger rising. Want to tell her it's too late, that she had 16 years to make it right and she wasted every opportunity. But underneath the anger is something else, something I hate admitting. Pity, because Sarah is broken too. Different kind of broken, but broken nonetheless. She built an empire, became successful beyond her wildest dreams, and it cost her everything that actually mattered. Cost her the people she loved. Cost her the life she wanted. Cost her herself. And the worst part, she can't stop. Even now, even knowing what she's lost. She can't step away from the machine she built. Can't stop feeding it. Can't admit that maybe, just maybe, she chose wrong. I think about what Emma said this morning, about feeling like she's not enough, not interesting enough, not important enough, not enough. And I realize Sarah probably feels the same way about herself, about her worth outside of achievement, about who she is when she's not the CEO, not the innovator, not the success story. Who is Sarah Kim when she's not building something, when she's not achieving something, when she's not proving something? I don't think she knows anymore. I don't think she's known for years. That's the real tragedy. Not that she chose work over family, but that she forgot she was allowed to be anything other than successful. That she convinced herself her value was tied to her achievement. That she became so addicted to external validation that she lost all sense of internal worth. I was there when it started. Saw the moment she internalized that message. Her father. That's where it began. Her father, who was never satisfied, never proud, never enough. Sarah graduated top of her class. Her father said, "Why not valedictorian?" She got into Stanford. Her father said, "Your cousin got into Harvard. She started her company." Her father said, "Let me know when it's actually profitable." She made her first million. Her father said, "Call me when it's 10 million. He died 5 years ago. Heart attack. Sudden. Sarah was devastated. Not because they were close, but because she never got what she was chasing. Never got his approval. Never got him to say, "I'm proud of you. You're enough." And instead of realizing his approval didn't matter, that his standards were impossible and cruel, Sarah just worked harder, achieved more, built bigger, convinced herself that if she just succeeded enough, eventually it would fill the hole her father left. It didn't. It never does. External achievement can't heal internal wounds. But Sarah keeps trying, keeps working, keeps believing that the next milestone will be the one that finally makes her feel whole. And in the process, she's doing to Emma exactly what her father did to her, creating the same wound, the same desperate need for validation, the same belief that love is conditional on achievement. The cycle continues. Unless someone breaks it, okay. But I think you need something too. Not a meeting with Emma, not a chance to apologize. You need help, Sarah. Professional help. To figure out why you can't stop. Why achievement became more important than love. Why you're destroying yourself and everyone around you. 3 dots appear, disappear, appear again. This time, the response takes 5 minutes. You're right. I know you're right. I just don't know how to stop. I don't know who I am. If I'm not this, then maybe it's time to find out. Before you lose Emma completely. Before there's nothing left to save. Is it too late? I think about Emma upstairs. Think about the pain in her voice this morning. The resignation in her eyes. The way she's already started building a life that doesn't include her mother. I don't know, I text back. Maybe, but maybe not. If you actually change, if you actually choose differently, if you prove to her that she matters more than your company, more than your success, more than your fear of being ordinary. How do I do that? You stop. You actually stop. Not for a day. Not for a week. You stop, and you stay stopped long enough to remember who you are. Long enough to rebuild trust. Long enough to show Emma that she's worth the sacrifice. No response from Sarah for an hour. Then, I'm scared, David. I'm scared of stopping. Scared of who I'll be. Scared of the silence, I know. But the alternative is losing Emma forever. Is that what you want? No. God, no. She's everything. Then prove it. Not with words, with actions. Real, sustained, consistent actions. Okay, I will. I promise. Another promise. Another, I will. I've heard them all before. But something in this message feels different. Heavier, more desperate. Maybe desperate enough to actually mean something. I don't respond. There's nothing left to say. Either she changes or she doesn't. Either she finally chooses her daughter or she loses her forever. That's the reality. That's the choice. And no amount of conversation will change it. I make dinner. Pasta. Simple. Comforting. The kind of meal that says we're okay even when we're not. I set the table, 2 places, light candles, create an atmosphere of normalcy, of safety, of home. At 6, I knock on Emma's door. Dinner's ready, sweetheart. Silence. Then footsteps. The door opens. Emma stands there. Eyes red. Face puffy. She's been crying. My heart breaks all over again. I made your favorite, I say. She tries to smile, fails. Thanks, Dad. We eat in silence for a while. The kind of comfortable silence that comes from knowing someone completely, from not needing to fill every moment with words. Finally, Emma speaks. Did Mom text you? Yeah. What did she say? That she's sorry. That she wants to make things right. That she loves you. Emma pushes pasta around her plate. Do you believe her? Complicated question. Honest answer required. I believe she means it. I believe she wants to change. But wanting something and doing something are different things. Has she ever changed before? Has she ever actually followed through? No, I admit. Not really. Not in any way that lasted. Then why would this time be different? I don't know if it will be. Maybe it won't. Maybe this is just who she is now. But maybe losing you really, truly losing you, will be the thing that finally wakes her up. Emma looks at me. Eyes so much older than 16. Why should I give her another chance, Dad? Why should I keep hoping, keep getting hurt? You shouldn't, not if you don't want to. You don't owe her anything. You don't owe her forgiveness. You don't owe her another chance. You get to protect yourself. You get to choose. But, she's still your mom. And despite everything, despite all the ways she's failed, I know she loves you. In her broken, damaged way, she loves you. And if she actually does the work, gets help, makes real changes, maybe there's something worth saving. And if she doesn't, then you'll know. You'll know you gave her every chance. You'll know the failure is hers, not yours. And you can move forward without guilt. Emma, not slowly, processing, thinking, being more mature than any 16-year-old should have to be. I texted her back. Emma says quietly, after you told me she wanted to see me, what did you say? I said, I said I'd see her, but only if she stops. Really stops. Takes time off. Gets help. Shows me that I matter more than her company. And what did she say? Nothing yet. That was 3 hours ago. We finished dinner, clean up together. Our routine, our rhythm, father and daughter. Moving in sync. Not because we have to, because we choose to. At 8, the doorbell rings. Emma and I look at each other. We both know who it is. Do you want me to answer it? I ask. Emma takes a breath. No, I will. She walks to the door. I stay in the kitchen. Give them space, but I'm close enough to intervene if needed. Close enough to protect my daughter if this goes wrong. The door opens. I hear Sarah's voice. Hi, baby. Hi, Mom. Can I come in? I don't know. Can you? Did you stop? What? Your work. Did you stop? Like I asked. Silence. Long silence. Then I canceled everything for the rest of the week, and I called a therapist. I have an appointment tomorrow morning. I move to where I can see them. Sarah stands on our doorstep. She looks terrible. Hair disheveled. No makeup. Eyes red and swollen. Still wearing yesterday's clothes. This is not the polished CEO. This is someone falling apart. 1 week, Emma says. Voice hard, guarded. That's it. That's your big change. No, I mean, I'm starting with a week to show you I'm serious. And then I'm taking a leave of absence. 3 months, maybe 6. However long it takes. Emma's eyes widen. You're lying. I'm not. I told the board this afternoon. They're not happy. But I don't care. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep losing you. You already lost me. The words hang in the air. Sharp, true, devastating. Sarah's face crumbles. I know I have. But I'm asking. I'm begging for a chance to earn you back. Not with promises, not with words. With action, with change. With presence. Why now? Emma asks, voice breaking. Why does it take me running away for you to finally care? Why wasn't I enough before? You were always enough, Emma. Always. I was the one who wasn't enough. I was the one who was broken. Cut, figure, how to be a mother and a CEO and a human being all at once. So I chose the easiest thing, the thing that made sense. The thing that gave me clear metrics of success. And I lost everything that actually mattered. Emma stands there, torn, hurt, wanting to believe, afraid to believe. If I let you in, if I give you this chance, and you fail me again, I don't think I'll survive it, Mom. I don't think I have another disappointment left in me. Sarah steps closer. Then I won't fail. I can't promise I'll be perfect. I can't promise I won't make mistakes. But I promise I will show up. I will be present. I will choose you every single day. For as long as it takes to earn your trust back. Emma looks at me, asking without words. Asking what she should do. I give her a small nod. Your choice. Whatever you decide, I support you. Emma turns back to Sarah. Okay, you can come in, but you're not forgiven. You don't get forgiveness just for showing up. You have to earn it. I will. I promise I will. They stand there for a moment, mother and daughter. Strangers trying to become family again. Then Emma steps aside. Lets Sarah in.
If you have had an experience like this, or have ever thought about taking a radical status in life, tell us in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Activate the bell to receive new content.